The United States (US) has reportedly redeployed nuclear weapons on British soil for the first time in nearly 2 decades. This move signals a significant shift in US nuclear weapons deployment policy in Europe, as well as a possible change in NATO's military posture amid rising global tensions. A U.S. Air Force USAF C-17 military cargo plane reportedly took off from Kirtland Air Force Base in Albuquerque, New Mexico, home to USAF Nuclear Weapons Command and the primary storage center for U.S. nuclear weapons, and landed at Royal Air Force Base RAF Lakenheath, in eastern England, on July 16. 2 days later, the plane returned to the U.S. It appears to have gone to the U.K., offloaded the weapons, and then returned to regular operations in the U.S., William Alberg, former head of NATO's Nuclear Nonproliferation Center, told The Times, as quoted on Wednesday, July 23, 2025. Although there was no official statement about the aircraft's cargo, analysts and defense experts believe it was carrying a B-61 tactical nuclear weapon, recently upgraded to the B-61-12 version. Both the US and UK governments have been reluctant to directly confirm the presence of nuclear weapons. A UK Ministry of Defence official stated, "We remain committed to the UK and NATO's long-standing policy of neither confirming nor denying the presence of nuclear weapons at specific locations." A US defense official also told Newsweek that the government would not comment on the status or location of strategic weapons. The redeployment of U.S. nuclear weapons to RAF Lakenheath, which hosted U.S. nuclear weapons for decades until their withdrawal in 2008, has drawn significant attention. Furthermore, a 2023 report by the Federation of American Scientists (FAS) stated that U.S. military budget documents strongly indicated the USAF's intention to revive its nuclear mission in the UK. According to the FAS, this move would break with the pattern of policy and planning over the past several decades and reverse the southern focus of nuclear deployments in Europe that emerged after the end of the Cold War. RAF Lakenheath is home to the 48th Fighter Wing, also known as the Liberty Wing, and has undergone significant infrastructure upgrades in recent years. This base will work alongside RAF Marham, where the UK will base its newly acquired fleet of 5th-generation F-35A fighter jets. The US has 2 main categories of nuclear weapons: strategic and non-strategic, or tactical. Strategic nuclear weapons, such as intercontinental ballistic missiles (ICBMs), submarine-launched ballistic missiles (SLBMs), and weapons carried by long-range bombers, are designed to destroy large cities and deliver mass destruction. Meanwhile, tactical nuclear weapons, such as the B-61, which is believed to have been transferred to the UK, have a smaller yield and are designed for use on a battlefield or in a limited area, rather than for a global-scale attack. These weapons are not covered by the New START Treaty, which expires in 2026. Currently, the US is estimated to possess around 200 tactical nuclear weapons, with about half of them stationed at European military bases. Besides the UK, these weapons are believed to be deployed in 5 other NATO member states, including Germany, Belgium, and Turkey. Siddharth Kaushal, a senior research fellow at the Royal United Services Institute (RUSI), told The Times that the C-17 flight could have been carrying B-61s for possible future deployment on the RAF's F-35As. This represents a step towards the use of tactical nuclear weapons. It reintroduces a bit of flexibility in how nuclear weapons are used, he added. The move is also seen as a signal that NATO is readjusting its nuclear strategy amid global security threats, including from Russia, which has been increasingly aggressive in recent years in demonstrating its nuclear capabilities, and geopolitical uncertainty in Asia and the Middle East.